Well, along with the Chicago Fire and, of course, NASCAR, we are mostly prouder than anything that goes on here. Why do I sound like I'm drunk? Of supporting Illini men's college football and basketball.
Yes.
College hoops. Deon Thomas is here. All-time Illini great. Does a great job on the radio as well.
Sure does.
With big voice Brian. And
I love that. You're not kidding. He does have the big man voice.
Yes, he does. Yeah. In the morning, he sounds like James Earl Jones' older brother. So, Deon, how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. How are you guys?
We're okay.
Great.
When do you head for Minnesota?
Thursday morning, I head up.
Here's the deal. The Illini are seated second in the Big Ten tournament.
Yes.
This weekend in Minneapolis, which means they don't play till Friday. And they'll get the winner of what matchup?
They get the winner of...
Doesn't matter.
There you go. Now you're going to make me look back.
Don't worry about
Ohio and Iowa, right?
There you go. And I do not want to play Iowa again. Let me say that. Tired of seeing those guys.
it. So
I'm
Ohio
sorry,
State,
but go
Iowa,
ahead.
winner, Ohio State, Iowa. And Iowa State's good.
You know, they've really come on. Chris Holtman was a great coach. I really liked him as a person, thought he did a great job. But when they made the coaching change, I mean, I don't know what the spark was, but you're right. There was something that was turned on in those guys, and they have hit the ground running and have made a strong closing. And now they're one of the bubble teams, where before that, no one was even mentioning Ohio State.
I mean, how much fun has it been this season? It's been such a great, exciting season, and it continues.
Well, last year was a little disappointing. Had some really high hopes because I thought we had a really good team, but we were really young. And to see how Brad Underwood and his staff, their utilization of the transfer portal, of course, having Coleman Hawkins and Terrence Shannon Jr. come back to go along with, Marcus Damask and just, and the pieces that they've added and how they all work together, Quincy Gear. And I mean, it's just been amazing to watch these guys, to watch them gel, to watch them come together. At the beginning of the year, the beginning of the season, I was like, well, I'm not going to go see them yet because it's all individual practices in the summer. Sorry, not the season, but all individual practices and workouts. And that just doesn't give you a clear account of how these guys will get together as a team. But watching them together, once basketball season started, you could tell there was already a mutual respect and an appreciation, and not just friendships on the court, but these guys really hung together off of the court. And that's where, a lot of people they think you can just pull and put a bunch of personalities on the court. But once those guys off the court and how do they react with one another off the court really shows you what your team can be on the court. And you're right, Andrea. It is so much fun being able to cover these guys, watch them, talk to them, and view their interactions.
Jane's in today, but Jane's got a sweet jumper, too.
I do. I'm only 5'5", but I play like I'm 6'2".
Yeah, and Deon...
all about heart, baby.
Deon, you know what it's like. All-time leading scorer for the Illini, Hall of Famer. You know what it's like to play in these big games. So you're a player. How do you get your head ready to play? The coach is going to tell you what the coach is going to tell you, but what do you have to do individually?
Well, I always, even when I was coaching, when I was playing, when I was coaching, I would tell my players the same thing. One, you're working for your brother. It's not about you. I mean, both of you probably heard this expression a whole lot. It's not the name on the back, it's the name on the front.
That's right.
Yep.
That's right.
So you and your guys are working together as a team. You've set your goals and the places you think you can get to at the beginning of the season as a team amongst yourselves. Yes, the coaches have their goals and they have the things that they want to reach, but as a team, when you guys are in there talking, you can see and have a feel of what you can do and where you can be. And then as an individual, you have to walk out on the court thinking that you're the best guy on the court. Now, that doesn't necessarily mean you're the best scorer, but whatever your job is, you got to think, hey, I'm the best guy at that and get it done. And when you can do that and focus, that minutely on things, it really helps you to stand out. Let's take Justin Harmon, for example. Who would have thought Justin Harmon would come in and make the contributions that Marcus Damask would make? Nobody thought that because Marcus and he are different players. But for his role that he plays on this team from a defensive standpoint, shooting and other things, I think he's great. And that's what each of these individuals and what these guys have to be. Whatever your job is, be great at it, but also be great at the collective.
All right, Purdue and Illinois, top of the top here, followed by Nebraska, Northwestern, Wisconsin, Indiana, Iowa, Michigan State, Minnesota, Ohio State. As you said, they came on after the coaching change. Penn State, Maryland, Rutgers, and Michigan. Of the second half of that field, it's unlikely the Illini are going to have to deal with them, but if somebody upsets somebody, it could be possible. Who do you not want to face out of those lower 8? Or lower 7, I should say.
The lower 7.
Because to me, it's Ohio State.
I mean, it's the way they're playing now and the momentum that they have moving forward, no, you don't necessarily want to play them. It seems like they have found a rhythm. And that they've bought into what that, whatever their coach wants them to do, it seems like they've bought into it. Whereas if you looked at them earlier, it didn't seem like they were really connected. They definitely have an all Big Ten player on their team, so you don't, you worry about facing that. I will say this, and I said it at the beginning. It is so difficult to beat a team 3 times. And so I do not want to have to deal with Iowa again. I think I would much rather play Ohio State because it's something new for them. And the style that Illinois plays when the ball is moving and it's popping around, it's very difficult to defend. I mean, it's very NBA-like because they work to exploit your weaknesses. And that's
fast passes, find somebody open and hit a shot.
Yeah. I mean, because we call it booty ball, and you see Marcus normally because of his size and strength and his ability to play in the post as well as outside. He'll dive down there and have a smaller guard on him, and as soon as you come to help, it's like, boop, here, somebody else takes it. Boop, somebody else takes it, and then
all those passes are done with his booty. People don't know that. I mean, that's a special skill.
Yeah, you could probably do that, Steve.
Who's this giant kid from Purdue that scares everybody? He looks like Richard Kiel from the Bond films.
Well, Zach Edey will, again, be the Naismith Player of the Year. He'll be one of, I think, only 2 or 3 back-to-back Naismith winners.
He's unbelievable. He's like 8 feet 4 inches in heels, and he can make it from anywhere.
Well, he can't shoot it from the outside. Zach understands what Zach's job is.
No, 15, but that 15-foot circle, I don't know how you defend him.
Once he gets anywhere near the paint, you can't. It's impossible. I mean, he's bigger, stronger than pretty much everyone else. He's very skilled. He has really good feet around the basket, so he can shoot it over both shoulders.
And he's got those metal teeth, which are scary, too. Man, the metal teeth. Yeah, the metal teeth are frightening.
And the only chance Illinois would see another Illinois team, Northwestern, would be in the finals.
Oh, is that right? Okay, I didn't look at the bracket that far.
Yeah.
Well, Deon,
and that's a possibility. Northwestern knocked off Purdue when they were ranked number 1 in the nation.
That's true.
And they lost to them in overtime on a really controversial play in West Lafayette. So they've had them on the ropes twice. And then last year they beat them when they were ranked number 1 up in Evanston. So, they seem to have their card and understand how they play. So that could be possible, and then we can beat the pants off the so-called Chicago's Big Ten team.
Yeah, now Deon's going to be on the call with Brian Barnhart, and we'll have it all here, starting with Friday night's game. So don't miss a single minute of Illini action rolling towards the Big Ten tournament and then the picks.
It's exciting.
This is the best time of the year.
And Deon, definitely don't call me off the air after this to tell me where I should bet my grandchildren's money. Don't call me.
I will not do that because I like my job.
There you go. Good call by you.
And then we are all rooting for Ohio State. Because
exactly.
We want,
there you go. We finally get the root for Bucky.
We don't want to, but it's what we need to do.
I get it. Pick the one you with.
Right.
Deon, safe travels, buddy. We'll be listening.
Thank you. Love you guys.
You bet.
Thanks,
See ya.
Deon.